Good night and welcome to Benalmádena's first English news broadcast. Digital Costa del Sol brings you every Friday all the information about this week's news. Benalmádena's Mayor Víctor Navas inaugurated last week the improvement and rehabilitation works at Finale Ligure, an intervention that serves to recover and enhance part of the municipality's history.
Benalmádena recovered part of its history last week thanks to the inauguration of the Finale Ligure aqueduct at Calle Ciudad de Melilla, a historical vestige of 18th century industrial Benalmádena, following the completion of the improvement and adaptation works. Benalmádena's Mayor Víctor Navas was happy to see the project finished, highlighting the importance of political stability. We are very happy to see the completion today of a project that began in 2004 and which, as a result of the political instability that plagued Benalmádena for decades, could not go ahead. Once Benalmádena has regained the pulse of political stability after cleaning up the high debt of the municipal coffers and implementing a city model for the future of the municipality, we have been able to undertake projects that had been kept in a drawer for years. The mayor valued the enhancements works made on this aqueduct built by Félix Solesio. This action recovers one of the last historical vestiges of the industrial Benalmádena of the 18th century, when Félix Solesio built this aqueduct to supply water to the fulling mill for the production of the paper pulp used to make the decks of playing cards that were later imported to America. This was the first industrial activity that took place in Arroyo de la Miel, around which the settlement that eventually gave rise to our town grew. The work had around 300,000 euros of public investment and puts in value a very important corner for the city, which tells part of our history. Culture Councilman Pablo Centella, Public Roads Councilwoman Encarnación Cortés, and Commerce Councilman Javier Marín were also there. Cortés spoke on the importance of recovering our history. With this work, we have rescued a little piece of the history of Arroyo de la Miel, as well as creating an open square that serves as a meeting point for residents of the area. This work has taken time to work due to its complex execution, and for this reason, I would like to take this opportunity to thank the residents of the area for their patience and the collaboration of the residents of Benalmar and the community of La Habana. Centella highlighted the effort the government team is making to create a more friendly and comfortable urban space. This corner was until recently a lost and quite deteriorated area of Benalmádena, and thanks to the intervention that has been just completed, it has now been enhanced, providing the area with a recreational space, improving the permeability between urban areas to form a more comfortable and livable city.
Summer is over and Tivoli has not opened its doors, complicating the future of the infrastructure, whose workers live in a situation of uncertainty about their future, without any news from the Tremont Group.
Tivoli workers' representatives held a meeting last week with City Hall to speak about their situation and emphasize the importance of the park's reopening. Benalmádena's Mayor Víctor Navas, accompanied by Pablo Centella, Javier Marín, Salvador Rodríguez and María Isabel Ruiz, listened to the workers of this emblematic amusement park and explained to them the next step that the Council is going to take to protect it. In the August plenary session, we will proceed to guarantee the urban protection of the Tivoli land, separating the two sectors, the one that is already developed as an amusement park and the site that is pending development. This measure ensures that if the Tremont Group wants to develop commercial or hotel use on the land, it will have that possibility, but we have the obligation to protect the current amusement park because of its iconic character. Tivoli is profitable, as demonstrated again in the summer of 2020 after the hard months of confinement, and therefore there are companies interested in buying the amusement park, some even expressing their intention to assume the current debt, but for this, Tremont must sit down to negotiate with potential buyers. Navas asked Remon to sit down with the different parties involved and say what this project is for this emblem of the Costa del Sol.
La protección.
We are putting all our resources to ensure the continuity of Tivoli and asking the Tremont Group to sit down with its workers, social agents and creditors to inform them about the project. At the beginning of July, a meeting was held with representatives of the parts involved to establish a timetable to clarify the intentions and future projects of the owners, but after a month and a half, nothing has been done. During its nearly 50 years of history, more than 30 million people have passed through its facilities. Tivoli is a world-renowned amusement park. There are many workers and employees who have spent their entire professional lives in Tivoli. Many families depend on the amusement park. Finally, he highlighted that there are many families waiting to know the future of the park. Juan Ramón Delgado, president of the Workers' Committee, spoke about the situation of uncertainty that the staff is suffering, asking Tremont to express what their intentions are. I hope that within this measure that the government team will take in the plenary session, Tremont will react, show its face for the workers and explain what it wants to do with the park as the new owner. 87 families are waiting for its resolution. The workers are currently in an ERTE and many families have serious economic problems because they have not been paid for many months. Finally, on Monday, during August plenary session, was initially approved a modification of elements so that the use of the land currently occupied by Tivoli is exclusively for an amusement park, closing the doors to any attempt at urban speculation.
The government team is making a clear commitment to a new city model with sustainability at its core. The Albaitar Park will be one of the main axes of this commitment, along with other measures such as the Tree Master Plan.
Benalmádena's mayor, Victor Navas, and Parks and Gardens councilman, Joaquín Villazón, visited the grounds of the future Albaitar Park last week to announce the tender for the development of the project, as well as for the vaulting of the stream that runs through the area. The mayor explained that the work will be carried out in several phases due to its cost.
Si hay una obra importante.
This is one of the most important projects we are working on. We are working on the drafting of the two projects with which we will make progress in the development of the Albaitar Park during 2022. We would like to undertake the project in one go and not in phases, but its size and high cost, around 12 million euros, prevent it from being a work that can be carried out in a single legislature and with a single project. Citizens may notice that there is a fence due to its danger to passers-by, and once we finish the embankment, whose works we will now put out to tender, we will reopen this space to the public so that the whole area can be visited. We hope this will help us to improve the quality of life of our residents and visitors. Finally, he stressed that once completed, this park will become the green lung of the municipality. If a few days ago we were talking about the Tree Master Plan and how it shows that Benalmádena is one of the cities with the largest tree surface area in Spain, being proportionally higher than Madrid, Barcelona or London, now we also want it to be one of the municipalities with the most square meters of green areas per citizen, a goal we will achieve when the Albaitar Park is fully developed. When it comes to planning a green and sustainable city friendly to citizens and concerned about their well-being, we have to work and think far ahead, in the medium and long term, and we understand that Albaitar Park as a great green lung for Benalmádena. For his part, Villazón explained how the Albaitar Park project is going to be put out to tender. He also spoke about the creeks vaulting, which project and execution will be put out to tender for 640,000 euros. We've put out to tender the drafting of the project for phase 1 and 2 of the park, and at the same time we have also started the tender for the vaulting project and the works for an amount of about 640,000 euros and a completion period of around 3 months, in order to finish the channeling of the creek's stream, the lower part of which is still uncovered and is currently fenced off due to the risk of falls for pedestrians. entrance. Once the contract is awarded, we will finish the channeling up to the height of the Club de Raqueta so that all the land in the park can be used for its intended purpose.
In our municipality, we not only welcome English-speaking tourists, we also have a large community of English-speaking residents who find help, friendship and support thanks to the Age Concern Association.
Benalmádena's mayor and foreign residents councilman Víctor Navas and social welfare councilwoman Alicia Ladaga held a meeting on Wednesday with the British Residents Association Age Concern to study various lines of collaboration. There are many British residents who, as a result of Brexit or the loneliness of living in a foreign country, find it difficult to access any kind of help, resource or advice, and this group works precisely to socialize and deal with such circumstances. That is why it was important to hold this meeting with Age Concern and thus learn firsthand what their needs are and build bridges of collaboration. As we also need their help, we often receive users in the social services who do not speak Spanish and we do not have the appropriate translators. Through this collaboration between the City Council and Age Concern, we will be able to achieve a much more cohesive community, which we believe is the goal we have to work towards. Ladaga expressed their delegation gratitude for their collaboration, stressing the importance of overcoming the language barrier. We consider ourselves very fortunate to have the collaboration of Age Concern. Sometimes in social services, we find users who maintain the language barrier, and thanks to their contribution, we improve their care. The members of Age Concern act as interpreters, which is a very important contribution, and we are often aware of the situation of British residents who live in complete solitude, covering spaces that we as an administration cannot reach. We are now studying the possibility of organizing a series of informative talks on the new procedures for residency by arraigo. I would like to thank them for the great help they give us. Age Concern Secretary Steve Marshall warned that the so-called Brexpats are facing the same problems as the rest of society and recalled the times when he had just arrived to our municipality.
English people, expats who live here, have the same problems as everybody else. Loneliness, isolation, feeling excluded, no jobs, the whole thing. Our people are all retired, and many of them are single. Many of our clients are female because their husbands have died, and they are very lonely. And we provide a lifeline to them. One of the reasons that we are here today is to strengthen our relationship with the Ayuntamiento in Benalmádena so that we can offer more services to the English-speaking community. That's not just people from the UK, that's any foreigner who is able to speak some English. They are more than welcome, and we will look after them.
Age Concern was founded with the aim of providing advice, support, help and friendship, and is one of the charities concerned with the welfare of the English-speaking community of over 50 years on the Costa del Sol. They have meetings in our municipality, Los Boliches, Mijas Pueblo and La Cala de Mijas.
Benalmádena's productive fabric continues to show its quality, and now it is the Stratomil gastronomic group who puts the name of our municipality on the map. They are the exclusive distributors in Spain of Astoria wines, a sponsor of the Vuelta Ciclista a España.
Benalmádena's mayor, Víctor Navas, and Commerce Councilman Javier Marín met on Tuesday with Sandro Espoladore, director of the local company Stratomil, exclusive distributor in Spain of the prestigious Italian wine brand Astoria Wines, which is providing one of its wines for the Vuelta Ciclista a España. The meeting took place at La Pala de Oro, an emblematic restaurant in Benalmádena Pueblo, which is also part of the Stratomil business group. Navas praised the quality of this establishment and spoke about the origin denomination of these wines.
Nos encontramos por algo que creemos que es importante.
For Benalmádena, it's an important milestone that this local company is directly related to one of the main official suppliers of the Vuelta Ciclista a España, Astoria Wines, providing its wine for the celebration on the podiums in each stage. Astoria Wines is currently consolidated as one of the main wine exporters in Europe and the rest of the world. Prosecco is one of the most consumed wines, and among the wines produced by Astoria Wines, there are several that have won multiple awards year after year. He also emphasized that this is a local company highlighting the visibility it gives to the municipality.
Y además tenemos la suerte de que su distribuidor
Benalmádena once again demonstrated the strength and diversity of its business fabric, having the company that distributes Astoria wines in Spain based in our municipality. That is why today we wanted to highlight Estado Mile's involvement with Benalmádena and what it means for the town. Marin praised the great work done by this businessman and thanked him for his courage.
Y estoy seguro que
We want to highlight the fact that it is a local company that distributes the Jeroboam Prosecco throughout Spain, the wine used to celebrate the end of each stage. I have to praise his courage as an entrepreneur, making the leap from the restaurant industry to a sector such as wine distribution, a highly competitive market in which he is managing to carve out a niche for himself, generating employment and wealth in the municipality. Spoladore thanked them both for their words and support and went on to talk about the worldwide popularity of Prosecco.
Primero, daros las gracias por
I want to thank the institutional support and the people of Benalmádena for making me feel loved in this municipality for so many years. It is a source of pride to feel so close to it. Currently, more than 1.5 million bottles of Prosecco are consumed in the world every day, and Astoria Wines is part of one of the most important companies in Italy with a production of more than 20 million bottles. He also announced that Astoria Wines products are now available in many points of sale. His entire selection of wines can be purchased at Estado Mile group shops as well as online at astoriavinos.es.
En España estamos intentando alcanzar.
In Spain, we are trying to reach an important commercial niche. We already have more than 50 points of sale, like El Corte Inglés, where our products are available in Spain, and we have created around 100 jobs. Moreover, our wines are present in many embassies, and we are the official wine of the World Tourism Organization. Spoladore ended inviting everyone to taste their selection, always with the permission of our national wines.
El mejor vino en España es el vino español.
There is no doubt that the best wine available in Spain is Spanish, but it is also time to dare to try other alternatives that bring happiness and elegance. We invite you to try them.
And these are today's headlines. Benalmádena recovers its history. New meeting between City Council and Tivoli workers. The Albaitar Park project goes out to tender. Navas meets with the Age Concern Association. Benalmádena's business fabric keeps growing. The weather forecast for the weekend will leave us with slightly cloudy or clear skies, temperatures rising on the coast and maximum temperatures falling inland and little change in the rest. Winds from the west with strong intervals on the coast in the afternoon. And that's all. Thank you for watching us, and remember, you can stay updated on our website or social media profile on Facebook and Twitter. Have a good night and enjoy the weekend.